Oh, look at that. Okay. I'm in Pet Groomer Town Hall. Let's go over to the next one. And here I am in the Holistic Pet Professionals. Hello. So I got two more places to check. Because you have no idea just exactly how excited I am about this at the moment. If you can, somebody say anything in it all in the chat, because I need to check, because I actually have one chat screen that shows me, supposed to show me everything. So let's see. Okay. Not in this group, not in this page. Let's see the other one. All right, not on the pages, just in the groups. Okay, so hello everybody. As you could probably guess, the topic of tonight's live stream is going to be this. All right. So, my father, all growing up, my father had this this saying, "The right tools for the right job." I don't know how many times in my life I heard that. Okay, and always with an explanation. See, he would send me down to like get him a hammer, and out of his thousands of hammers that he had, there was always a specific hammer. Okay, if you can hear me, I need to make sure. Hold on a second. All right, so good. Volume is good. All right, so. And if I brought the wrong hammer, I got a speech on why it was the wrong hammer and how it wasn't going to do the right job and had to get the right tool, get the right hammer, makes the job easier. I mean, entire life growing up, this is all I heard. Of course, on my mother's side, what I heard was, turn off the lights. What do you think this is, Lunar Park? Okay, whatever. So anyway, that has come back to absolutely haunt me. Because for those of you who know I am particularly fond of something called AppSumo, AppSumo.com. And what it is that you can get deals on like productivity, on all sorts of things, and they're usually from startups, new productivity, new video, new whatever, and to get people to sign up for it, it's sort of like, I guess, basically the GoFundMe of the tech world, right? And so you get a deal and you get a special price for something. It's how I got lifetime subscription to an Instagram scheduler, which was insane. But anyway, so here I am, and I've been wanting to live stream on multiple platforms. Supposedly, this was supposed to go to 2 groups, 2 business pages, and YouTube. I don't know about YouTube. I can't check that until later. But it went to the 2 groups anyway, so I'm figuring maybe I just didn't set it up properly. But this is a great marketing tool for groomers, okay? So I first got an AppSumo deal through something called Restream, okay? And it's through Restream that sets up all the different things that you can stream to, all right? So, and I got a special deal on that. And then I'm going to set it up, and I'm frustrated beyond belief because I can't get it to work, all right? And it turns out I need some other intermediary thing, which is where Ecamm comes in. And they wanted me to download something extraordinarily complex and stupidly complex, mind you. So I just was like about to throw in the towel, and I'm in a mastermind So I threw my problem out there, and which just as I guess is another whole story with asking for help. If you don't know how to do something, ask somebody. And so they recommended signing up for eCam, which gives me the ability to live stream in multiple places. Okay? So the only thing I'm trying to still figure out is I can't figure out the questions. If anyone puts a comment, there's supposed to be comments, but I'm not seeing them. Okay? Anyway, nothing I can do about that. So I'm going to have to throw up 2 tabs to see if I can see if anyone's paying attention in the other group. All right. But please put questions in so I know that you can hear me and I'm not just rambling on. I'm going to tell you why I really, really like this and why I want it as a marketing tool for groomers. Let me just get it up. It'll be more seamless, I guess, as I get used to doing it. Okay. All right, so let me go back over here. Okay, good, right? Like the headphones, Laura, huh? They've been working real well. And I'm going to tell you why I'm just so in love with this, okay? Because if you look at the screen here, all right, you see my logo there. This one is positive educational training. I could put overlays on this. So if I'm doing, say, and you could do this, I mean, I'm knowing at least from 2 different platforms, okay? I have my website, and I have my logo here, all right? You could put your phone number, all right? So that it makes it easy to share. The reason that I would say do this from a business page is because they can be shared. From a personal page, they can be shared, but there may be limitations on it. But from a business page, it's automatically set to public, so it can be shared anywhere. All right. So when you're doing a demonstration, say that you're working on somebody's pet, or that you're working and you're demonstrating a skill, maybe how to comb and brush. All right. People can share that. All right. And when they share it, it has your logo information, and it has your website, like I said, but you could swap these out. I mean, there's even more room here. I could add something else if I wanted to. So this is wonderful. You have no idea how excited I am about this. If I could just get it to work in those other 2 pages, I'd be really happy. But apparently Facebook is having some sort of issues right now, so it may not even be not setting it up right on my end. It may be some Facebook issues as well. So, oops. So that's my business tip for today. If you have questions, please put them in the chat. What I have in front of me is Pet Groomer Down Hall, so I could see immediately if questions are there. I'll have to toggle back and forth with the other group. But if there's questions. But one of the things I guess we wanted to talk about tonight was nicely firing clients. All right. So all right, so nicely firing clients. And if you have ways that you do that, pop them in here in the comments, and I'll read them off. But this is kind of the way I look at it. I'm not the right groomer for everybody, okay? I have set rules. I have things that I do the way I do them, and that's how I want them done. This is my business, right? So people don't want to follow my rules, and it could be whether they don't want to stick on schedule. I expect payment at time of service. I don't invoice. I also don't take credit cards. So there's reasons that someone's not a good fit for me. The pet may be too large for me. The pet may be aggressive. Maybe the client is not respecting personal boundaries. Maybe the client is not following my rules, say they're no showing all the time. or for whatever reason. Maybe they're disrespectful. I don't tolerate disrespect from my clients. So, but you know what? You don't want to make like a bad situation worse. So for dogs that or cats that I don't feel like it's safe for me to groom, okay, then I might tell them that I'm not the way I'll no matter how it is, the way how I phrase it is that it's in the pet's best interest. It's in their best interest. I can't meet their needs. All right. So let me recommend other options for them. So I'm not telling them that their pet is horrible or that they're horrible. I just can't meet their needs. I mean, could be the client who nitpicks every single thing you do, and you got to bring the pet back. I mean, I had a client like that one time. It was a husband and wife. And I always love when the husband picked up the dog, because when the husband picked up the dog, it was the greatest thing he ever saw. He loved it, and he wanted nothing more than to tip me profusely for the wonderful job that I did. And the wife would pick up the dog, and there was always something wrong, always. And I learned that just to simply take the dog in the back, spend a minute there doing nothing, bringing the dog back out, and then all of a sudden, that's so much better. Yet I did nothing, right? And then she wouldn't tip me and she would go on. So obviously I loved the husband picking up the dog rather than the wife. So for people who you can't satisfy, and there are some people that you can't satisfy, period. It doesn't matter what you do or the type of grooming. You just they need to complain about it. All right. I then also will tell them your needs will be better served by somebody else. So there might have been other things. Hold on a second. Let me just check the post about it. Nicely firing clients. Okay. All right. Here's Catherine had a suggestion, which is also a really great suggestion. Raise your prices. Raise your prices to your happy price. I had one client, she had 2 little toy poodles, and they would pull for each of their legs. So that was 8 legs pulling to shave the feet. And then they would go limp the whole rest of the groom. I was exhausted when I finished those 2 poodles. And I started raising her price. And every time I went there, it was $10 more than the time I was there before, and they were done on an 8-week schedule. And honestly, truly, I actually had to fire. She wouldn't fire herself. I had raised her price in like a 6-month period by $30. She was still paying me. All right. And I sat in the truck one day, and I was starting to figure out how much would it take for me to groom these 2 poodles. And I swear to you, and you're talking 10 years ago, I got up to like $500 a dog, and I still didn't want to groom them. So then I just did the whole, I can't do it anymore. I'm really sorry. It's beyond my capabilities. You would be better served by somebody else. And I let her go. And then I started to like poodles again, because for a long time I started to dread every single poodle because of these 2. What if you have clients for? Okay, and Tanya had wanted to know that this is in response to Catherine's, that what if they talk amongst themselves, which is why I kind of personally like the hourly pricing, because the prices can be different, can be legitimately different than even between the same breed. Okay. Okay. Angie recommends here that she's had to do it a time or 2. The first rule is don't get mad, because don't get mad. Now, here's the flip side too. Sometimes you fire people and they leave bad Yelp reviews. All right, hold on. Facebook is being a pill. Oh, come on. Sometimes Facebook is a pill. I can't see anything here. Let me, and they just did an update on Facebook, and I hate the update, okay? Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. All right, so Angie has a couple of more. Oh, stop that. Suggestions here. Let me read them out. All right, so hold on a second. I got to turn my volume down on my phone. So Angie says, keep it simple. There's no need to expound on the whys and hows and such. Unfortunately, I think it's best you find another groomer. And then she picks one of the following: not comfortable, unwilling to risk injury in my career, unable to make you happy, unwilling to compromise my rules, to groom your dog, cat, she grooms rabbits. I thank you for your patronage and wish you the very best in finding someone that can accommodate you. Then stop talking. Yeah, and this is a really good point. Stop talking. Don't need to explain yourself, because the more that you give into the conversation on it, the more they won't let go. All right. So some people will be pissed off and they might leave you a bad Yelp review. And this is my feeling on Yelp. We all know Yelp is basically an extortion racket. Okay. I think more and more people understand this concept. All right. Not everybody, but most people do. If somebody leaves a comment on it, all right, and if it falls under the category that this could be legitimate, then professionally explain your stance on it. If it's a ridiculous complaint, I ignore them. I don't touch them. I leave them alone. Right? I don't respond to them. And the reason for that is I don't want to fan the fire of a crazy person, basically. All right. If people read that and think that person is being reasonable, I don't want them as a client, because obviously the reason I fired that client was because I considered it unreasonable, and I don't want someone similar as a client. Yeah, wait, you can't groom my dog on Christmas Eve? Seriously. And actually, I will tell you something. When I have time, right now I'm so busy, okay? I'm packing up my house. Still working mobile. I'm doing all sorts of stuff with Positive Ed. I've got other things in the works. I don't have time to deal with it. When I have some spare time, I'm going to answer that, okay? With how I'm going to answer it. I'll post how I do it, okay? So yeah. If anybody at any point, I can access the questions on my phone, because Facebook is being ridiculous today. Okay, and I just updated the app, and I'm wondering if it's ridiculous because they updated the app. I also noticed today too, so I'm wondering if there's some server issues. Yahoo, my email was down this afternoon too as well. So I'm wondering if that's all connected. I had finally gotten my email back on my phone, and then it all went down again. So there could be some issues with that too. So any questions? Type them. I will see them. And some upcoming stuff, I guess. All right. So upcoming workshops, May. Chris Pearson is doing canine spa therapy and soaks on the 26th of the month. June's workshops is setting up cat grooming and understanding crystal grids, right? And you can all know where my website is because it's right here on the overlay. Okay. I'm also working on the Mobile Groomers Bible just came out. It's on right now. It's only available as a Kindle on Amazon. It's being published. It's being handled. So I would imagine probably another week, and that will be available on Amazon as well. I am working on some bigger coaching programs designed to help pet professionals open up a business. So go through the whole steps of starting and running a business. But that's fall, I'm guessing, before that's going to be ready. Other than that, there is, if you're in the Massachusetts area, I have a pet first aid class coming up on the Sunday the 20th, and a cat workshop on Monday the 21st, 19th and the 20th. It's a Sunday, Monday. I think it's the 19th and the 20th. All right. And there may be the last live classes in this area, in the New England area, will be with Dara Forleo's school, the Holistic Pet Academy. We haven't set what type of classes or anything yet, and that'll be in June, and that'll be it for me as far as local live workshops. Okay? Okay. All right. I don't see any more questions or comments. That could also be Facebook. All right. We are coming up pretty close. When will the hard copy? Okay. Jamie wants to know when the hard copy will be. I'm going to throw a date out my butt and say in about a week. Okay. I don't know. It's what we've set it up with is with a company called Ingram Spark. It's an international publisher. All right. So they work with distributors around the world. All right. So it doesn't matter where you are. They will ship books ordered to those distributors. Okay. Amazon being one of their distributors, by the way. But I don't have an exact date. If I go over to my account on Ingram Sparks, it says basically, relax, we're working on it. Okay. I don't know how long it takes. It's the first time I've worked with them, but I would say about a week. Maybe next Monday I'll say I lied and it'll be another week. I don't know. No, I'm very excited about that book, by the way. Beth and I worked a long time putting that book together and putting basically a half century of our experience together in that book. So I truly birthed a kid with that one. So, any other questions? Again, type them in. I'm here. But like I said, this is just as, and if I can figure out if it's my end or Facebook end, I'm going to be very excited if the next time I do this next week that I'm actually simultaneously live streaming from 4 different places on Facebook. All right. It'll be a bonus if it goes to YouTube. I wonder if I could check that right now. And I think I could even do split screens on this thing as well. But that's beyond my capabilities at the moment. I can't tell. The boxes are my channel. Let me see. It's here. Oh, my God. Okay. It's actually live streaming in 3 places. YouTube and the 2 groups. Okay. So if you guys have a YouTube channel for your business, this cuts down so much work. Okay. The only thing is I am wondering if it actually keeps it there or if I have to go back and upload it. I don't think that's the case with YouTube because YouTube is YouTube. So it'll be interesting to see that. Hey, Laura. Laura is watching this from the Holistic Pet Professionals group. All right. So thank you, Laura. Somebody's watching from that group. And I still can't access it on the other group, too. Whatever. So anyway, that's wonderful. I will, if not, I'll figure out if I have to upload it or not. But I'm hoping not because the whole point of doing this is cutting down my workload. So everyone, we are up on the half hour. as usual, if you have questions, feel free, just type them in the comment box of wherever you're watching this, and I will get to it. All right? I will see everybody in a week, next Monday. The topic next Monday will be on, we'll do something on tips and techniques, I think. So there is a pinned post in the Pet Groomer Town Hall group. So if you want to put some more tips up there, it's right up on top. It's in the announcements. So if you could, I'm going to unpin the one on firing clients. So there is, all right, that's gone. Post some of your tips in there so that we can discuss them next Monday. Okay. So good night, all. I will see everybody next week, and I'm not even sure how to end this. Oh, finish. There we go. So good night, everybody.